now. Give me a second.
Hard common sense. Like, hey, put all the dry for whole.
Good morning, David. Good morning, Cassidy. Good morning, Al. Good morning. How are you guys? Thank you guys for showing up in the morning. By the way, this role play, you're allowed to have the mic on. By the way.
What did she say?
For me, Diego, the script is kind of like building up your muscle memory, right?
That's right, man. You know, at the end of the day, we gotta learn how to do it, right? We gotta. Hold
Is that yours?
Give me a second. Oops.
I don't even know why they still
This
got
is the
your
first time I go live on Facebook with the Zoom, so you guys got to bear with me here. There it goes. I think we're about to go live. Good morning, Eileen.
Good morning, Diego. How are you?
I'm doing great. All right, we're gonna wait one more minute. Let's see. At 33, we're gonna get started. Okay. Who likes Mark Anthony? Who likes this song? Does anybody like this song? Can you guys hear it? Well, it's over. I'll rewind it a little bit. All right, all right. Good morning, everyone. Claudia, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Wendy. Good morning. Am I missing anyone? Hi, good morning. All right, all right. So, it's already 8:03.
Yeah, so yeah, bro. So anyways,
Let's get started, okay? So first of all, I want to thank everyone for coming. I really appreciate it that you guys came. I know it's our first day, and you know we're gonna try some stuff and we're gonna perfect it as we go. But I'm very thankful that you guys showed up and are supporting me. I commit to you guys, and I commit that I will be here every morning, 8:30 in the morning, to help all of us increase our skills, right? Some of us could be veterans in the business. Some of us could be newer. Some of us are right in the middle. But you know what? I think skill drills are what they are. We're going, you know, just like an athlete, right? Just like a high level individual. They don't, you know, an athlete just doesn't go on Sunday and play, right? The athlete works out all week so he can actually go and play on Sunday, right? So this is what we're doing. We're just practicing. So when it's game day, when we have that one client on the phone that needs our help, that we're as sharp as we can be. So I want to thank you guys, and you know, let's get better, right? So first and foremost, I believe I send everyone a copy of the script, and if you don't have it, you know, just send me a message and I'll make sure you get it today, okay? So just send me a chat and I'll make sure you get it today. But the goal of this script is to get somebody to open up about their hardships that they're having with foreclosures. I don't know if you guys know, but I was listening to the news this morning, and mortgages are all-time high for notice of defaults that are coming in. Also, I just read a statistic that said 2.6 million people might get evicted in just August alone. That's how many people got evicted in 2016, guys. And we're talking about 1 month. So all these, there's going to be a lot of, unfortunately, hardships, and we got to be here to help people out, right? So let's get started. The first paragraph is obviously we're going to talk to them. So let's try to read the first paragraph together. at 3, okay? All right, 1, 2, 3. Hello, blank.
Blank.
I'm Diego
I'm
Vargas, Keller Williams, Southeast LA. The reason for my
Reason for my call
is to
is
say
to
hi
say hi
and to
and see how it's
going
going working from home.
pause and wait for an answer. That right there, there are going to be 3 things that they're going to tell you. Oh, I'm not working. Or, oh, no, I'm still going to work. Or, I lost my job. I'm not working at the moment, right? But it's not a yes or no question, so that's why it's important. So we're going to pause and we're going to wait for them to say something, right? That's very important. And then we're going to say, okay, I see. And then you're going to repeat and approve. So we're going to say, okay, so you're not working at the moment. Wow. And then we're going to go to the next one, right? I've seen lots. So are you guys ready? 1, 2, 3. I've spoken to a lot of people
that are
But are worried they won't be able to make their payments in the next couple of months.
Who do you,
Who do you know that have lost their job or
are
having a
having
hardship?
right? So what we want to do is we want to just, if they are not having a hardship or if they haven't opened up yet, we want to ask them, hey, is anyone that you know having a hardship? This could lead to a lead, right? This could lead to them opening up. So we want to ask open-ended questions. Either going to say, oh, I don't want to talk to you or whatever. They're going to hang up on you. That's fine. Just go to the next one, guys. Okay? Or they're going to open up, but you can't get them all. So then, okay, I'm sorry, repeat and approve. Now, what does repeat and approve does? Repeat and approve allows the person to feel heard, right? When we're having a conversation and somebody repeats what we just said, we feel understood. So we got to get it, in the rhythm of actually repeating and improving. Okay. Now let's go to the 3rd paragraph. And today, what I want to do is I want to focus on on the 4 first paragraphs, and then we're going to do some role play a little bit. Okay. So then at 3, let's all go to the 4th paragraph. 1, 2, 3. Understanding what a forbearance agreement. Oh no, I'm sorry. Yep. You guys ready?
Yes.
Yes.
3rd.
1, 2. Understanding what a forbearance agreement is very important to homeowners. We are currently helping reviewing
the agreements and going over
it as courtesy.
Oh, no, cierto. Someone, no.
I would be,
Diego,
yeah.
did we skip number 3?
I think, did we? Oh, I'm sorry.
Yes.
Sorry. So 1, 2, 3. Some people
Don't know they can negotiate their bills and their mortgage payment.
I'm very concerned.
I'm very concerned about the forbearance agreement that homeowners are getting into.
Do you know
Do you know anyone who has entered in a forbearance agreement?
Pause and wait, right? So I'm sorry, guys. I'm going way too fast. So
You're excited.
yes, I am. So this paragraph, we're opening up their mind to negotiation, and we're opening up their mind to solutions, right? That's what we're doing with this paragraph. Hey, we can negotiate, but then we let them know that we're concerned, right? And then we ask them if they know if anyone do they know anyone that's under that agreement? And the reason why we're asking is because maybe they're in the forbearance agreement, they're still working, right? Or one of them is working, they're in a forbearance agreement, but we don't know. So we want to make sure that we find out, right? And not only that, but we want to offer value for them by offering to see their forbearance agreement. Okay, so those are the 3 paragraphs that I want to do in role play between us. Now, what I want to do is if there's a brave one that will raise their hand right now and be my seller, I will do the first role play. Does anybody want to raise their hand to be the first seller? I'm going to pick Claudia. You want to help me?
Of course. Go
Okay.
for it.
All right. Hello, Claudia? Oops.
Yes.
Sorry, give me a second, Claudia. Oh, no, I have. Is that better for you guys? Can you guys see that better?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. So I have it right here, so I won't need it, okay? So, hello, Claudia?
Yes.
Hi, Claudia. I'm Diego Barco with Keller Williams Southeast LA. And the reason for my call is to say hi and just to see how it's going working from home.
Oh, I'm actually not working right now.
Oh, wow. So you're not working at the moment. Wow. You know, I've spoken to a lot of people who are worried that they won't be able to make their mortgage payment in the next couple months. Do you know anyone that's lost their job or having a hardship, like yourself, Claudia? Anyone else?
Well, a couple of my friends are also going through the same situation. So right now, we haven't really lost our job, but we have been laid off for a while.
Oh, so what I'm hearing is that you're in forbearance. I mean, not in forbearance. You're in like what's it called? They're not laying. You haven't been fired. You're on furlough, right?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
I'm so sorry to hear that. Now, you know, some people don't know they can negotiate their bills and their mortgage payment, Claudia. But, you know, I'm really concerned about the forbearance agreements that homeowners are getting into. Um, do you know anyone who's entered into a forbearance agreement?
Actually, ourselves.
Oh, wow. So you guys are in a forbearance agreement. Okay. Now,
Yes.
Claudia, understanding what a forbearance agreement says is very important eh, for homeowners. And you you know we're currently helping people by reviewing their agreements and going over it as a courtesy. I would be happy to review the paperwork for you.
That would be nice. Where are you calling me from again?
You know, once again, my name is Diego Barco with Keller Williams, and you know, in this day and age, you got to know who's calling you, right? Uh, what we can do, Claudia, is I can text you all my information so you can feel comfortable, and then
Mhm.
you know I'll email you some information about our you know our free service of reviewing the forbearance agreement, and
Mhm.
you can send it right over to me. Now, I just have a couple questions so I can best help you. Is that okay?
Sure.
Great. Now, Claudia, I know that right now you're not working, right? But and I don't know if you're getting unemployment, but if you found yourself without income, would you have enough reserves to pay your mortgage for the next 3 to 6 months?
Well, we're using up our savings, so maybe 3 months, but I don't think we can hold for 6.
3 months, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, that's one of the reasons why I want to make sure that we review your forbearance agreement, because we don't know what your payment plan is going to be like, or maybe they're going to want you to pay it all up front. It's very important we take a look at that so we can help you kind of make a plan and have the best outcome possible, Claudia. Now, let me ask you a question. Would you consider refinancing to pay the amount you owe and maybe have a little bit of money left over or some savings after uh, you refinance? Obviously, if it makes sense.
Yeah, we already tried doing that, but they wouldn't give us a loan because we have been laid off for a while.
Hmm. So what I'm hearing is that you've tried refinancing, but
Yes.
that's not an option for you because the lenders that you spoke to are telling you because you went on forbearance or your income is not there for you to refi. Wow.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, I know your employment's not stable, but do you have any idea of when you guys would be coming back to work?
Well, they said they're looking at a month or two, depending on how this whole situation evolves.
Okay, so about a month or two. Wow, that could be tough, right?
Yeah.
Especially you're in that forbearance agreement. That's going to be, how many months have you been in the forbearance agreement, Claudia?
We actually just started.
Okay, so this is your first month that you're going to be
Yeah.
mortgage payment.
We're looking at being in forbearance no more than 3 months.
Right. Yeah, well, 3 months, and hopefully by then you have your job back, right? I understand.
Yeah, that's what we're hoping for.
Yeah. Well, Claudia, thank you. Thank you for sharing that with me. And just please remember to call your creditors and try to negotiate maybe a lower interest rate on your credit cards or payments on other things that you might have that will kind of help you keep your savings a little bit longer, right? That's the number one thing I would tell you. Just if you have any credits out there, maybe credit cards or things you took out on credit, call them. You might be able to negotiate something. Okay, Claudia?
Mhm.
Now,
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Thank you for the suggestions.
yeah, and you know, I know that you already spoke to somebody about refinancing. I would just kind of recommend you speak to Downey Capital. That's our in-house lender here in Downey, uh, in our office, and just to see if there's any other options. Maybe there's a program or something that in the future you might be able to take advantage of, just for them to, you know, kind of give you a rundown of what they're looking at. Would that be
Mhm.
okay?
Sure, they're in your office too?
Yeah, just so you know, we're right here in Downey, right next to Portos. Are you familiar with
Okay.
Portos is on Firestone?
Yes.
Awesome. So we're right next door. We're in the on the big 5-story building. We got the first floor. So anytime you're welcome to come visit. Obviously, mask required, right?
Yeah.
Now, Claudia, like I told you, I'm gonna be emailing you my information so you can reply with your forbearance agreement. Okay? What's your email address, Claudia?
Oh, it's Claudia Camarina at yahoo.com.
Awesome. And just so, are you comfortable with email? Because we can also text. I can text you my info, and you can text me your forbearance agreement in a picture. However you feel more comfortable.
Actually, if you can just text me your information, that's better for me.
Okay, great. And you know, when you find your forbearance agreement, just take a picture of it and send it right back. Okay?
Okay, that sounds good.
Awesome. Well, Claudia, let me review the agreement. When are you usually available, Claudia?
Well, right now, since I'm not working, most of the time I'm available after 2 o'clock because I'm going to be helping my kids with homeschooling.
Awesome, Claudia. Well, this is what I'll do. I'm going to review the agreement, and I'll give you a call tomorrow at 2 p.m. Is that okay?
That sounds good.
Awesome, Claudia. Well, I look forward to speaking with you tomorrow at 2 p.m., okay? Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you for calling.
Bye. Click. Thank you for being an easy client, Claudia. Right? We know they're not all going to go like that. We know that some homeowners are going to be harder to get. But Claudia, could you give us any feedback?
Yes, I would suggest going over the objections already. Really getting those objections down so that when people give them to you, then you are ready. Because it's most likely, you know, it could go 50-50. So there will be people who will say, no, I don't need you to review my agreement. Or there will be people that will be angry. I don't want to be negative, but that is the fact when you are cold calling.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, you guys got to remember that cold calling is a numbers game, right? And it's not that they're mad at you, right, Claudia, or that they're
Right.
upset. It's maybe
No.
you're calling at the wrong time, right? Maybe
Yeah.
you're calling when their teenage daughter just, you know, threw a tantrum or is not doing their chores at home, and she's really upset at her daughter, and you call them, and the call's not going to go anywhere, right?
Yeah.
But
My suggestion is because I did a lot of short sales during the recession, and I worked with Dignified Transition Solutions on behalf of Bank of America. And so I got to door knock and call a lot of people in distress. And so you really have to be compassionate, and you definitely have to come from contribution and have a lot of compassion.
Right. Well, thank you. Thank you for sharing that. And we know that your experience is gonna, it's gonna help us in this market. We know that you've been in this market before, Claudia, and a lot of us that are newer realtors, right? We haven't been in a market like this. So that's what we want to be able to service the clients, right? And I know Eileen had her hand up.
Yes, good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. The quick question. One of the things that we always consider when we're real estate, when we're talking to clients over the phone is basically the listening skill, right? So Claudia mentioned that she already talked to a lender, right? And refinancing is not an option. So we continue to request copy of the forbearance. So what exactly is going to be the reason for us to ask for the forbearance, and what value we are going to provide to the agent? I mean, to the client, I'm sorry.
Okay, well, number one, you're going to ask for the forbearance agreement because you want to read it over and you want to clarify what their option's going to be, right? A lot of times those
Refi is out. So anything that things that we're looking for on this agreement?
Yeah,
The terms. The terms.
Okay.
Let me give you, if they're Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, they're usually going to give you a payment plan, right? Which could be 12 or 24 months from what I've heard. I don't know. Every lender is different, right? So they're going to give you an option to just add additional, add an additional amount on a certain amount of period, okay? Another one is going to be that they're going to allow you to put it on the back end of the loan, right?
Correct. Okay.
So that's another one, right? I think that's the best case scenario. I don't know if everybody thinks that. I think that's best case scenario.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, because we can also come across a client that said, I sent you my forbearance, or I sent you my agreement, and what are you going to do with it?
Right. No, yeah, that's actually a valid point, Eileen. It's a valid point. And another thing could be that they're not going to give her any time. They're not going to give you any time to actually pay back the forbearance agreement. So you're going to have to come up with one big sum right when you get out of the forbearance agreement.
The balloon payment.
And those are the scariest, right? Those are usually lenders that are not backed by Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac. They're jumbo loans usually. I don't know if you guys have run across those, but that's what I'm hearing, that anything that's not covered by Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, then those are going to have a little bit more. The foreclosure period is going to be much faster for those, from what I've been hearing, right? And then the other option is that they don't have an option for you. They go, hey, well, I don't know, because we're going to try to figure it out at the end, right? Well, are you ready to get out of forbearance? No, well, we don't know what we're going to do yet. Those have been some of the options that we've seen. Anybody else has seen any other options on forbearance, Claudia, or anyone else?
No, those are pretty much it. And the value you bring to the customer is that if they are in really like in terms that are not going to be beneficial to them, should they go longer without making a payment, this gives them the time to negotiate.
And then moving to basically suggesting if listing the property is an option for them.
Right. Well,
yeah. So the first thing is looking at their terms, putting them at ease, going over the options that they have. If you really are coming from contribution and they really want to keep their home, you may want to consider suggesting that they renegotiate with the bank representative. Okay. Now, out of all of those, there are people who can't negotiate. There are people who are just are going to sell, and you will also find people with equity who just want to bank on the equity and get out.
Perfect.
Yeah, so you're gonna find, like Claudia said, the next call is gonna be when you're gonna come in with options, right? So this call is the call where we're just, you know, we're a listening ear, right? We're not pushing them to do anything.
No.
Coming from contribution, we're not even planting seeds of like, oh, you might need to sell, because you're gonna come off too salesy. You're
Yeah.
not gonna come off.
No, but it can be some kind of objections, right? And as a real estate agent, we should be able to explain even on the phone the things that we are looking for when I'm going to look at the forbearance
No, yeah,
and present them to them. Yeah.
definitely, 100%. So we got 4 minutes here. You guys want to go over the objection handlers? Thank you, Clara, for the role play, by the way.
You're welcome. Yeah, let's do that, because those are the first things that we're gonna have to memorize.
Yeah, so objection handler number 1. Don't need you to review my agreement, right? A lot of people are going to be like standoffish, and here it's very simple. If I could, would you, right? That's what it is, right? You know, the reason. So we give them a reason, and then if I could, would you? So the reason I offer is because I've seen lots of agreements, and if I could offer some guidance, I mean, would you be open to sharing the agreement? Just because they said no once doesn't mean they'll say no twice, right? And you got to go in for the close again. The worst thing we can do is for them to say, no, I don't want to share my agreement, and not ask for it again, okay? Because that's like the automatic no, right? Then number 2 is, I don't need to share my financial information with you. Just let me know what the agreement says. Right? So that's when I started asking, like, hey, you know, do you have enough to cover for the next 3 to 6 months? Oh, no, I don't need to share any of that with you. And you want, you know, I apologize. I didn't mean to intrude, but because I've seen how homeowners get the best outcome, I wanted to offer some guidance on what others have done to help in similar situations. I mean, you do want the best outcome, right? Right? Again, from contribution, like, hey, I've seen best outcomes. You do want the best outcome, right? And then, no, I don't want to speak to Downey Capital Refinance. Oh, I understand you want to speak to them, but if you can lower your payment or shorten your term with the low payment, I mean, would that interest you? And this right here, maybe it's not for everyone. This is for maybe somebody who is not in a forbearance agreement, or is in a forbearance agreement but is not having a true hardship. Somebody who can get out of a forbearance agreement, make a mortgage payment, and refinance, right? And then number 4 is, why are you calling me and who gave you my number? That's the scary one, right?
Yep.
Right? And I'm gonna be honest with you, the way I usually like to handle this one is by just like apologizing, right? Apologizing. Don't get angry. Don't, you know, don't get upset. They're not mad at you. They're just, you're cold calling, you know? So, you know, I apologize for if my call inconvenienced you. I live in the neighborhood. I'm generally trying to help. If you know anyone who's having a hardship, let them know they have options. That's it. Right? That's it. Hey, you know, let them know they have options. You're just them, right? Go ahead, Adolfo.
So, you know, I've used that line that you're using right now, and some people get very, they keep grilling you, right? Like, so how'd you get my number? How'd you get my number? And I ended up coming up with, oh, it's a public tax record, you know? Simple as that.
Well, if they keep drilling you, you go, hey, you know what? It's public. I won't call you again. I'm sorry. Click.
Yeah. Right? And you click.
You click. Yeah. You don't need to be in that conversation, right? You just find out if they need help. If they want your help, then you move forward. If they don't want your help, that's fine. Call them back 30 days later. But so guys, I know Monica's gonna jump on a Zoom right now, and I don't want to take up any of her time. And if you guys are gonna jump on, I don't want to take time from you guys. Once again, I really appreciate you guys jumping on. And I do have a challenge for you guys, okay? My challenge to you is to maybe call that one person that you haven't called, but you know that you should be calling, right? Maybe you haven't been making your calls and you need to make that call, right? So I challenge you to maybe think of somebody who you need to call and just ask them how they're doing, right? Try to use the script if they're your friend, if they're homeowners. Just, I challenge you to try it, okay?
All right.
All right, guys. Well, you guys have a great day. Thank you for joining me. And see you guys tomorrow, 8:30, okay? And
All
tomorrow,
right. Have a great day.
somebody else is role playing. Bye, guys.
Thank you.